This is the Great Legend, and I am coming at you live tonight, fans, with a video entitled The Frightful Four. Now, literally, when I say The Frightful Four, I think you go back in time to maybe when you were a kid and you saw the Fantastic Four cartoon show back in the 60s, the Hanna-Barbera productions, and you saw the Fantastic Four, your awesome heroes, characters you fell in love with. You yourself saw yourself in one of those characters. You know, they all had a lot of great meaning. But I remember you saw the Frightful Four against the Fantastic Four. And that's what we're talking to you about tonight. I'm going to show you a little bit of my CGC or graded collection. I don't know, some of these could be CBCS or PGX or whatever, but I want to show you these books, some of the key issues that are all about the Frightful Four and its members of the Frightful Four. Key issues in my eyes, you know. Take it for what it is. But tonight, fans, I want to show you the Frightful Four. Before I get started, I want to do some different things in some of my videos where I'm talking about a specialty, which I believe is a specialty, is when you talk about some comics. And not just any kind of comics, but the Frightful Four. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here to listen to. The Frightful Four. So, I was kind of thinking about some things before doing this video, and I thought to myself, you know, if I see myself as a comic book, or if I see myself as, you know, one of your favorite things you like to read each month, or one of your favorite things you like to do each month. It could be anything you like. It could be hobbies or whatnot. But imagine me, favorite comic book, Fantastic Four. I have all the issues. I love the book. You know, it's great. I'm rereading all of them because I've not read the whole run of Fantastic Four, so I'm starting by reading my Marvel Masterworks. But back to what I was talking about. Imagine yourself, like for me, I imagine myself as the Fantastic Four. Now, out there in the same realm or the same universe, is there someone else like me? Is there like a doppelganger version of me that despises the Fantastic Four, that hates the Fantastic Four, that would see great pleasure in any one of the Fantastic Four's villains killing the Fantastic Four? Well, that to me would probably be William Thorg. Yeah, I said it. William Thorg. William Thorg. William Thorg would be that doppelganger. Fans, let me tell you about this guy. These are, you'll find out at the end of the video what this is. But let me tell you about William Thorg. If you want to know anything or everything, if you want to know some things or no things, if you wonder anything, check out William Thorg. He's got videos for you. One of the most kind of like enigmas, I think, in the comic book community, because a lot of people, you know, that don't understand the psyche or the mind behind William Thorg wouldn't know, but William Thorg does, indeed. Fans, you've heard correctly. He loves the villains. He hates heroes. He only loves the comic book villains. And like at first I'm like, what the fuck? But no, in all honesty, that's pretty damn entertaining. Hell, I like the villains. Do I ever want the villains to kill all the heroes off? No, but it's kind of intriguing to know that there's someone out there that wants to see the villains destroy and kill the heroes. I think that's pretty intriguing. I think it's pretty cool. So what you want to do, go down in the video description link below, sub him up, William Thorg, always coming at you live, and he's got one of the biggest Funko Pop collections I've ever seen here in the comic book community. Alright, so anyways, back to this book. William Thorg, thank you for letting me promote your channel, and thank you for letting me, you know, thanks for making those videos and letting me watch them. I think they're great videos, William, and hopefully I'll send some subs your way. But right here, Fantastic Four, the Attack of the evil FF, the Frightful Four. Check that out. Beautiful book there. Fantastic Four. It says right here, sooner or later, someone was bound to come up with an evil group like this, so we thought we'd beat them to it. And it's the Attack of the Evil FF, the Frightful Four. Right here we have Medusa. This is actually Medusa's first appearance. You know, Medusa is Black Bolt's wife from the Inhumans. Right here we have Paste Pot Pete using his paste gun. It's kind of like a little glue gun that just glues up thing there. We have Sandman working the window here. He's working it. And then we have old Bentley Whitman himself, old Wizard there. Good shit. Alright, so I love this comic. For one thing, this is one of my favorite Fantastic Four covers of all time. And actually, I've been in contact with a guy by the name of Fred Himbeck, who two guys are notable for turning me on to old Fred Himbeck. One is Howler Mouse. Howler Mouse had put up on Facebook one time. Dang it, I should have pulled this book out. But you've probably seen it in an older video. But there was a Justice League of... God, I can't remember what the hell it says. But it's a DC book. So I guess it's Justice League of America or something like that. Or it's a Justice League, some kind of blank cover. New 52. And then Fred Himbeck did a sketch of all the Avengers, like, you know, the big ones, you know, like Hulk, Ant-Man, Wasp, Medusa, Quicksilver, Iron Man, Thor, Captain, you know, all of those. And it said, add all the Avengers in the Himbeck style, and it said, just a lot of Avengers. So Howler got me turned on to that. And another guy I want to mention is my buddy Ben. Ben informed me of that this Himbeck guy had a book called The Fantastic Four Roast, which I had seen, but I didn't know Himbeck Fantastic Four Roast. I didn't know, you know, if it was the guy, you know. So he told me a lot about old Fred Himbeck and Himbeck's ways. And so I did more research into Himbeck, and I started getting these Himbeck sketch cards. And this is one. I might show you just one of these, a video or something. Or maybe one of these years from now, I'll show you all of them. But it's a genuine Fred Himbeck sketch card. Genuine Fred Himbeck sketch card. I know it's really bright, isn't it? Okay, yeah, let me move it. There's that angle right there. It's a genuine Fred Himbeck sketch card. Frightful Four's Wizard, and my buddy Ben, Hulk Smash Puny Comics, would hate it if I didn't say these are 1 in a million, people. There's only one card of this kind. No one else has this card by Fred Himbeck except for me. There's only one kind. That is why this is a genuine Fred Himbeck sketch card, Frightful Four Wizard, 2013. Got the Himbeck head sketch of approval. It's a Himbeck. So, whenever I say the word a Himbeck, it usually is going to mean one of these sketch cards. You know, like how some people call them greenbacks, or like pirate map treasure, or gold pirate coins. My currency's in a Himbeck. You know, if it's a damn good book, it's probably got to be $100 or $200 book. I'll pay that with a Himbeck. All right, back to the Frightful Four. When did this all occur? Well, it had occurred in issue 36 of the Fantastic Four, their 36th issue. First appearance of Frightful Four, first appearance of Medusa right here. You know, the woman with the really long hair. Ever since I was a kid, I really loved watching Sandman on the cartoon. Usually it was the one, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends with Firestorm and Bobby Drake, Iceman. But I love watching Sandman on there. And I remember, of course, the old Fantastic Four cartoon and all that good stuff. Frightful Four for life. Anyway, so let me go ahead and show you some. So, you know, we have the Frightful Four. But how did we get there? Well, let me put this comic over here and find out how we got there. Now, first, if you have someone like Reed Richards, Reed, I mean, hands down, thumbs up. Wait. Hands down, thumbs up. Reed Richards, smartest person, and I can't I don't know too many of the DC smart people. I mean, I love Jonah Hex for Christ's sake. Okay, so anyway, Jonah, I love it. But shoot first, ask questions later, right? But so what we have here, we have a guy that's really smart. Bentley Whitman. I knew it was that old Bentley Whitman. And his name is the Wizard. He's a very smart criminal, and if you give him some technology, I mean, he's good to go. So we have his first appearance in Strange Tales 102. This is the first appearance of the Wizard. It's got an Invisible Girl cameo. But it's from the Dawn/Maggie Thompson collection. I don't know. I bet a lot of you guys out there, I don't know if you can see that, but it says in bold over here, the Dawn and Maggie Thompson collection. That's called a pedigree. That means this book, along with a bunch of other Dawn and Maggie's books, came from their house, and they were put together as a collection. They were valued as a collection. Lawyers came in and blah 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 blah, and it became a big pedigree that I'm sure that has done pretty well for the descendants of Dawn and Maggie that maybe weren't interested in collecting comics, which kind of sucks. I was like, but maybe they tried to push the comics down their throat. You know how some parents will push the Bible down their throat. You know what I mean? So kind of the same thing. Maybe their parents were shoving the comics down their throat, and they hated comics so much that they didn't want to go back and, read comics. Not that I hate the Bible or any of my stuff. I love my Lord Jesus Christ. But anyway, Wizard Bentley Whitman kicks ass. This is the old Dawn and Maggie collection. Got Stan Lee and Larry Lieber on some writing. Steve Ditko and Gene Colan art. Jack Kirby, Dick Ayers cover and art. And in my mind, because if you look at some of the history of Stan Lee and Kirby and Ditko and all of them working together, like it was a pretty hectic place to work. But some of their best work is when they all worked on things together. I mean, Stan Lee and his brother Larry Lieber writing the stories. Well, let me tell you, I've read a lot of damn Stan, and there's some long, and he's got a lot of words in his stories. So he's pretty, he's pretty sharp. He's got a lot to say. Plus, Steve Ditko and Gene Colan. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, you got your Ditko, Doctor Strange stuff, mind warp, mind bending experiences. Plus, you got your damn Gene Colan. Some early Gene Colan right here, best known for what I believe is his stuff on Tomb of Dracula. But and then you got Jack Kirby and old Dick Ayers on the cover and art. Man, you can't beat it. 9.4 CGC there. All right, so that's old Wizard. So you have to have your smart guy, right? Well, you also got to have your Otis or your Ned Beatty kind of character. That'd be funny as hell if this character. We have Paste Pot Pete in the flesh. Strange Tales, issue 104. First appearance of Paste Pot Pete. Later down the line in Spider-Man titles and Marvel titles, he becomes the Trapster. But what's great is whenever Spidey, it's usually Spidey or Johnny are usually at the same time, they'll call him Paste Pot Pete and hack him off, But there he is shooting his big old glue gun. This story in Strange Tales is Human Torch battles the most fantastic foe of all, Paste Pot Pete, and his unbeatable super weapon. Nice 8.0 copy. This is the thing that brought me to Strange Tales were during the time, the early years, 63, it was about a year and a half or so after the Fantastic Four comics started. Strange Tales was already a comic, but what they did, they put a lot of Human Torch stories in there. Solo stories of our Johnny Storm Human Torch. So I definitely, was interested in that. So that's why I've got a lot of these Strange Tales. And plus, the Frightful Four is like one of my favorite villain teams ever. Alright, next up. Now this is probably one of my favorite comics of all time. But not for the... I'll go ahead and throw the name out there. Strange Tales number 110. Strange Tales 110. So, if you are a fan of Doctor Strange, Ancient One, Nightmare, and Wong, then you're going to like Strange Tales if you like those Doctor Strange kind of characters and stuff. Because this is his first appearance. But, if you've been reading it for the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, blazing in the skies. If you've been watching for that, or reading for that, then you're going to like this book. Same book. Strange Tales 110. This is the first team-up of Paste Pot Pete and Wizard. So Wizard and Paste Pot Pete going at it on Johnny right here. Are the flaming powers of the Human... Are the flaming powers of the... These people must got Human Torch confused with Iceman. Flaming powers. The Wizard and Paste Pot Pete. So what they did, they made this mirror prison that Bentley, old Wizard, made. And got him trapped in there, and they're trying to suck out his flame. And during the same time, for fun, I think Paste Pot Pete's just going to like spray the outside. Like, spray the window or something. Yeah, I really like this book. This is one I've always wanted to add to the collection. Not for the Doctor Strange aspect, because honestly, I don't really know much about old Hoggy Horn's worth of mouthwash. I don't really know much about that crap. So, but I'm sure the character is awesome. No disrespect. I just haven't really read much about him. Damn good issue. This one is signed by Stan the Man. Got his little sig there. It's a 4.5. And this is Stan Lee, Lieber, Hart Stories, Ayers, Larry Lieber, Matt Fox, Steve Ditko art. Damn. So even Larry got some artwork done on this. And there's a Jack Kirby cover. I mean, Kirby just crank out the covers, Just really like that book. That's a really hot book for all you speculators out there. I would have bought like 10 of them, but I was looking, Doctor Strange movies coming out. I'm thinking the movie, it's Marvel's Phase 3. It's going to top box office. People ain't even going to know who the hell Doctor Strange is. They're going to be like, the Marvel movie? Doc Strange? Yeah, we heard of him. And then these are going to skyrocket, fans. I highly recommend buy 10 if you can, 1 if you can't. Buy it in trade. Don't matter what you get in. Buy the coloring book. It's good shit. So that's Strange Tales 110. And that wasn't directed toward anyone. It's just a lot of the videos lately in our comic book community, they all have a crap ton of speculation. Which, being a comic book collector and, comic book reader, I hate speculators. Well, why do I? Well, wait. Let me rewind my mind back. I shouldn't hate anyone, but I really just don't like speculators. For one thing, it just totally screws up the whole comic book marketplace. I mean, if you got speculators, then the people that have the books, they're like, yeah, they're going to sell the damn book to the speculators who are going to think it's worth what they got off the book, which, or, what the, it ain't worth that much, man. Don't speculate on the books. Sure, if you want to speculate on your, what are those things called? Variant covers, because literally those are more rare, you know. But anyway, but I guess I shouldn't say a damn thing. Collect what you like what you collect, is what my old buddy Tom always says, old Mr. Hippie. So if you like to speculate, continue, my brethren. Speculate. Alright, next up. So now we have Bentley Whitman Wizard, we have Paste Pot Pete. They're together, they formed a good team, yet they quite still can't, you know, get over that hump, you know. And that's just those two guys against Johnny Storm. I mean, damn. Johnny's holding his own out there. But they needed a guy with some more muscle. Sure, we had little glue gun. Sure, we have one of the greatest minds in criminal history in Bentley Whitman. Let's see about this next guy. See why I'm called the Sandman. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 4. First appearance of the Sandman. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? Old Ditko here, yep. Origin and first appearance of the Sandman, William Baker. And first appearance of Betty Brant. And I'm not really good with Spider-Man as far as the lore and the history of this character. So I don't do a lot of Spider-Man books. You know, I collected some in the 90s. Of course, you can tell I didn't get this off the rack. But I did Spider-Man. But I didn't know much about Spider-Man because I didn't really... I just watched the cartoons and stuff. But Sandman was always one of my favorite characters. But as far as anything else that goes on in Spider-Man, I don't really know much about it all. But I do love Sandman. So I had to get this. Plus, Frightful Four. I'm doing the video. I had to get this book because I'm doing the Frightful Four video. And I had to have Sandman's first appearance because Sandman's one of the founding people of the Frightful Four. And I just had to have this book. And also, when a million people watch this video, then this book, it's going to be worth a shitload of money. And I'm buying 10 more copies. Yeah! Fucking amazing. Right there. Number 4, Sandman. Last one. This is so damn cool. And this was a book that I got with, I think it was one of those other books. Strange Tales 110, I think, was the other one I had signed by Stan Lee. And this came with that book. And I got it at a great deal. And so I got both books in the same auction. It was like, you know, a little double thing. And this is, and I didn't even know about, well, yeah, you know, I don't think I knew about the Doctor Strange thing or the second appearance of Sandman. So let me tell you that. All I knew of this was Johnny Storm in a cool freaking Sandman cover. Because basically I was out there looking for Strange Tales 110, the first team up of Wizard and Paste Pot Pete. That's what I bought the book for, because it is the first team up of those two founding members of Frightful Four, plus, hell, Johnny Storm, man! You know what I'm saying? But when I saw this cover, and I saw that Sandman right there, I was like, damn, that's cool. The Human Torch, trapped by Spider-Man's fatal foe, the uncanny Sandman, a Marvel masterpiece of fantasy. And then he says, Spidey's thinking, the Torch will have to save himself without the help of Spider-Man, but I wonder, can he do it? But it says there's a Spider-Man appearance, so maybe he helped a little. Anyway, beautiful book. It's a Stan Lee story, Ditko and Dick Ayers art, Jack and Steve Ditko on the cover. So that's really nice. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a great book. So you took that character there, Sandman. Oh, and this was other notable things about this book, like if you want to keep a score or keep tabs on things. This is the origin of Doctor Strange and the second appearance of Sandman. So, very cool, and that's Strange Tales 115. Now, Sandman and Paste Pot Pete, they escaped prison And on their way off that island, I guess they saw out in the ocean or out in the water or whatever, they saw the wizard. And he was just kind of floating on one of his circular discs. It was a damaged gravity disc or whatever, his little flying thing. So he was out there floating. So they all got together, and then the wizard and them, they kidnapped old what's-her-face, or they got what's-her-face. And I haven't read this in a long time, but I know Wizard, they got her because she had amnesia, and then that's how they brought her into the team and stuff, kind of fooling with her that way. Plus, Wizard was just a smart guy, so they all got together and they fought against the Fantastic Four. And what's really cool is a lot of these, and like I said, I'm going back. I've got the first 10 volumes of the Marvel Masterworks Fantastic Four in trade form. Good paperback form, really good paperback book. It was not very expensive, and you could go and you could read like all the old stuff. Very cool. And I'll put a link for the Marvel Masterpiece Fantastic Fours in the video description. But another great thing about this is it's one of the first of the big in the Silver Age. It's one of the first teams or villain teams that have 4 members, like a quartet of evil folks, or whatever. So that's so damn cool. And fans, I don't know what that is on that cover. Maybe I should have wiped off my Fantastic Fours a little better. They looking a little dirty under the light. Anyways, fans, this has been my Frightful Four. Oh, I almost said Fantastic Four. My boy William Thorg. Check him out at youtube.com. Search his name, William Thorg. He's got a bunch of Funkos behind him. I'll put his link in the description as well. And fans, just remember, the Frightful Four, they're making a comeback. The Great Legend says so. Peace out. God bless.